All right, so now we are ready to make our graduated circle map. If you haven't done so yet, you can change the name of the layer for the states to just US states because it no longer shows just the boundaries. We always want our key to accurately describe what we're seeing on the map. Now for the major cities layer, you're going to go to the properties window and to the symbology tab. You're going to go with quantities. This time it's going to be graduated symbols. The value that we're going to use, once again, this is just from the attribute table, is we want population 1990. Now what you can see is just like the colors, it changed. It separated the numbers into 5 different size circles. We can hit apply right now. Without leaving the properties window, we can actually see what it looks like over here. Now then, part of the decision of a map maker is to decide how many levels you're going to aggregate your map. And for this particular map, we're going to do it with just 4 different sizes rather than 5. 5 is the default. So the way we change that is right up here in the classification section. We're going to change that to 4. You can also use this window to actually change the type of symbol that you're using. We still want to use a circle, but by clicking on template here, we can choose whichever kind of shape we want, whichever kind of circle we want it. So for instance, if we were doing airports or schools, we could use these icons here. But like I said, we want to use circles. We're going to choose circle 3. And it automatically goes to yellow, but you can choose whichever color you want. I'm going to choose navy blue. Hit OK. And we're going to hit apply. And we've got our map essentially made. If you look over here, there's a few other issues that we want to take care of. First of all, I think that those circles are a tad too small. Some of them are difficult to see up here. So we can change the size of the circles that we're using by actually going up here, changing the range. We're going to go 8 to 36. It's much better. Another issue that we have is that if you look in the key over here in your table of contents, you've got all these decimal places that makes the numbers a little bit hard to read. So what we want to do is click right here where it says label. We're going to go to format labels, and we want to change the number of decimal places to 0. For this particular measurement, the total population, we don't have fractions of people, so we don't need any decimal places. Also, we want to click this right here that says show thousand separators. That's going to put a comma in between the thousands and just make it easier to read. So you can see right here, this is what it shows on this left hand side, but this is what it's actually going to look like in the key. And if you look over here, you've got commas, hit apply. There. Much easier to read. The final thing we want to do is we want to change these values so that they reflect a more round, even number, so that it's not 1,630,554. That's kind of a weird number to be using. So the way that we do that is by hitting this classify button right here, and opens up this new window. We want to change this to manual because we're going to be manually entering the values. And that's done over here in this window, the break values window right here. And so we see that our highest number right now is 7,322,564. We're going to change this to 8 million. You always start from the bottom. That's 6 zeros. This one, if we want to round that, close number is 3,500,000. This one, pretty close, would be 1,500,000. And for this one, we'll just make it 300,000. And we hit OK. And now that's reflected here. Once again, we're going to need to get rid of our decimal places. Make sure that that's set. The last thing is we want to make this key. We still have these kind of strange numbers here on the very end. So we're going to change this. You can click on it one time and you can type things directly in there. And we're going to make this say less than 300,000. And we're going to make the bottom one say 3,500,001 and greater. And this just makes our labels look a lot cleaner. And here we see that it says it right over here. Now your map looks really clear. The only thing that needs to be fixed is this right here. Not everybody knows what POP 1990 means. So you can change that by clicking on it one time, making sure it's highlighted, then clicking on it again. And just going to make that say population 1990. When you click off that, you're done.